I'm Mark Maxwell, author of the book Trust the Kiwi Sham. I'd like to tell you a little bit about the history of the trust industry and why they've become so popular in New Zealand today. Trusts date back hundreds of years back to the UK, and in more recent times they were set up by the wealthy to protect against estate duty. Once that was abolished back in the early 1990s, a lot of people thought that that would be the end of trusts. But with the government bringing in such things as national super surcharge and rest home fees, this saw an explosion of trusts in the numbers that we're seeing today. Following that, a lot of seminars and books and things like that were written about trusts, and this created a huge amount of awareness for other people, such as small to medium-sized business owners, that could see the advantages that trusts might bring to them. And one, protecting their home, and another key one, of course, being possible tax savings. Unfortunately, what's happened with the explosion of trusts is that trusts are being sold to people without the full explanation of what they're getting themselves into. There's estimates that their trust numbers are up to between 300 and 350,000 in New Zealand, and the vast majority of these are at some sort of risk of being challenged. The key to good trust, to having a good trust, is good trust management. And there are lots of areas where people are falling down. Some of the industry issues that we're finding are that trusts aren't being planned well. They're simply being sold to clients as quickly as possible. It is important to go through a robust planning process before you purchase a trust. Another common one is valuable assets are being left at risk outside of the trust structure. And again, this comes back to a lack of planning on behalf of the advisors. Another very, very important issue that we're finding all the time in the industry, and it's industry-wide, is gifting not being completed by the professional advisors who have established the trust. This is often because it's not core business for these advisors, but the implications of not completing gifting are that your wealth is left exposed for longer than it needs to be. But by far and away, the largest problem within the industry is people not being informed of their responsibilities and duties. These can be quite onerous, and there can be very real consequences for not managing your trust well on an ongoing basis. This can see trustees placed at personal liability and carrying significant financial risk for the implications of their decisions, not least of which is in the area of investment.